Welcome everyone. Today we'll have a beginner's guide, a checklist, and also a guide summary for Lost Ark. Very excited about this game, and I'm a big fan of Diablo, Wilson, and Path of Exile. And thanks to Amazon who offered me an early access key, I will be diving into this game tomorrow when the launch is ready for the early access. So as I look into the game, because personally guys, I haven't tried the open beta, but I'm a big fan of this type of games. So once I realized, I'm going to play this game, I had a look. There's a lot of information around different builds, different, resources, different guides. There's a lot of things. And what I want to do is, to make a guide for myself and to share this with you guys, I thought I'd make a checklist for myself. And I also summarize some of the guides I found useful, some of the basics of the game, some of the knowledges of the themes for players who haven't played this game before like me. So I want to learn together with you about this game. Looks very complicated and very interesting. So this is an amazing game, but there's overwhelming a lot of information. Oh my gosh. I spent hours looking today. So I know I should have spent it earlier. I spent hours looking, and here are some of my summary notes to myself, and I want to share with you guys as well. So my first checklist is to have fun in this game. No, I know not most people talk about this, but guys, let's remember, we're playing MMORPG, we're playing Lost Ark, or any games to have fun. We don't want to rush into the end game, we don't want to rush into burnouts. Because I know most of my friends, some people take a week off break from work and they just dive into the game. And before we know it, we might get burned out very quickly. Now the second tip I have is about the starting login queue. Now this actually works for both early access and also for free access 3 days later on the 11th of February. So in case you guys are not aware, there is a Reddit post here from Aperture about different servers. Definitely check this out. And tomorrow when the server is live, I might check this out for us as well, about the ping, about which one server is the best for us as well. So I think this is not often talked about enough, is why should we pick our servers? Do you pick those servers for PvP, or do you pick those servers for the size or for the population of players? Are you going to have a good time over there? And what if there's a massive waiting list on day one? Are you going to stay on the server, or are you going to try alternative server? And finally, if you're in Oceania and also Southeast Asia region like me, the ping will be a big question as well. So make sure you are aware of the login for the early access and also free access, and which servers, which ping you want to go into. Now my next checklist for myself is which character am I going to play? There's a lot of different classes, and what I really want to share is to look into our own playstyle. On the official website, there's a bunch of characters with different designs, different class, and different perks. So I do recommend us having a look at those characters. Of course, we can also look into the online guides and videos about tier lists and also builds for those characters. What I recommend is, get a rough idea of how your character play. Is it faster to kill monsters, or you must have in the raid as a support, or maybe a DPS, maybe a tank. So have a rough idea of what I'm doing with my character, and do you like this playing style? This is the most important part. And then look into some of the character builds online that is available. So over here I was looking into Berserker, and I do plan to play a Berserker. So I look into the Berserker builds and also what is Berserker in a nutshell. And then I can look into some of the class specialties and also what are the runes or engravings, what are the skills to use for the Berserker. We'll touch on this in the future because this seems to be a lot of things. So I'll try to make a shelf for us as we go into the summary. The next part is quite important. Now I cannot stress enough for anyone who wants to have a rough idea of the game. I know some of us might just want to dive into the game without knowing the game. But for me, it is helpful to know that this is a very developed game. It's been out in Korea and Russia for years, and we want to know what's happening in the game, at least for me, to have a rough idea. So over here, I really do recommend watching a guide video on the walkthrough of the game. And this is a video I do recommend. It's about 10 minutes from Kanon over here. And he did have a very good explanation of what is happening in the game. Things he covers are the quest icons. What are the main quests, what are optional quests, bonus quests, how to unlock your town portals, inventory management, collection of different items, including adventure books, cards, monocle seeds. Those are could be very tedious and overwhelming as I was doing my researching, but he did make it much easier. What about the combat system? So the skills can be reset at no cost. What about questing? What are the main questing? What are the tips he had? When can we PvP? And at what level can we PvP? I think it's around level 30-ish. and also what to do after endgame starts. So level 50, what happens after that, and also some of his own hints and also tips about getting a pet which can loot items for us. So if you haven't seen this video and any of the beginner's guide video, I do recommend just spend maybe 10 minutes on it, guys. And I have watched this one to just get my hand around the game, and this is a really nice video. I'll have all the videos I shot today in this video in the links below. So upon any of the parts you guys want to have a look, I will show you the content creator, I will show you the link for it, because I'm also learning from them. Now keep going on to the next point, which is going to be engraving. I do believe this is a major part of the endgame. I'm still learning the game, and this is also from Kanon as well. So he talked about saving a lot of gold, which is a valuable resource in the game. I watched this 33-minute video as I was traveling today, and there was some very helpful insights. So as a quick summary, I don't think I understand it fully, but what he says is for each of the class of characters, you can have up to 5 of the rank 3 engravings, which will greatly increase your potential for power and also doing damage and also utility in the endgame, and those are very costly. He also said don't rush to use our engraving books, or maybe don't sell them too quickly, because those can be very expensive to be sold for the late game, and a lot of players will spend thousands and tens of thousands of gold to buy those items. So we don't want to waste them, we want to at least look up in it and understand what does and how does this work. So I did go a little further to look around, to see what are the engravings, and I did find a Reddit post here from HTF Game Studios. So this is a much more detailed guide on the engravings, and in case you guys do want to read a little further, this is a good starting point for me and for us as well. But at this moment, I just want to know how to play my Berserker engravings, so I can't give you guys the most generalized tips on this. I still do recommend coming over to his video to have a look at engravings, because I think you don't want to get scammed and also sell valuable currency in the auction house for a very low price. And he does mention that the accessories and also the engraving books, which are very valuable, especially at the golden level, the final level, is very expensive. So we don't want to waste them. We don't want to find something that's one of the best items in the game and sell them randomly, right, for very low cost. So make sure you check in auction house for the price of items, and don't get baited or don't get misled by different prices. Make sure you check those rare items, which can be dropped randomly. Now coming over to my next learning point for myself, I know there's a lot of other stuff that I want to look deeper. So this one is credits to DantePhD over here. So what he mentions over here are a few of the things I was curious about. What is rapport, what is life skill, what is stronghold, and also a bit about the guild system. So if you guys are interested about those, or if you're not sure about those like me, maybe watch this video from him to have a rough understanding of those. For me, I see that rapport is a long-term investment to get rewards from NPCs. Life skills, we can get lumber, ore, mushrooms, and also different gears upgrades. And we do want to get stronghold to be leveling up for the potential of using them for researching, crafting, and also missions. So I did make a quick summary for you guys on his guide video as well. This is all beginner stuff, but I think it's important for us to at least know those things exist in the game. And if I do come to this point, maybe at level 30, I will go research deeper on stronghold. But I want to at least know they're in the game, right? So that's why I want to make the video for us. So the tips I was given is that stronghold, if we level up early, we can use the knowledge transfer, which allows us to spend gold to get alt characters, second characters, or third characters to level 50. But be aware, the cost of gold might not be worth it, because you'll be missing out some crucial side quests, which can be giving some very, very valuable items in the game as well. It also allows us to craft our own items, potions, and also gear upgrade materials, which makes things cheaper as we, progress the game instead of buying them. We can participate in a guild system, and we can donate up to 6,000 silvers into the guild. I do believe you can also purchase in the guild shop, and also you can do guild missions. I didn't look too much into the guild because I'm still very overwhelmed by all the information. Now, hopefully this helps you guys a little bit, because I spent pretty much my free time today to look around to understand what is this game about. And I have to say, guys, I'm quite clueless because it's a massive game and very developed. So That is why on the last point, I want to leave myself open with more Lost Ark resource and also more guides, more tips as well. So I do recommend coming over to this video from Legacy Gaming. He is one of the YouTubers I started watching with the Lost Ark resource. So in this video, he talked about different content creators and also what is also available in the game. So very similar to what I'm sharing with you guys, but more detailed and also more advanced information. Notice he's recommending content creators, some of the content creators I just spoke over here. And also we see Zeus over here. He used to make Genshin Impact content as well. So we see the online resources, website resources, official websites. You see a lot of resources that is available from this video. And I do want to end my short video of a summary of this game at this point because I don't want to overwhelm you guys, but I want to show you guys what is available and how I'm learning about this game. And we'll progress into the game as we go. We'll get the hang of the game and see how we go. And before you finish, guys, remember that we're here to have fun in this game.